Now, while separated to his first wife, Diane Abbott, Robert De Niro met a socialite named Toukie Smith. Toukie was the younger sister of fashion designer Willie Smith of Willie Wear Limited, and she was also an Alvin Ailey dancer, actress, and Wilhelmina model. She met Robert at a party in the 1980s, and like his first wife Diane, she liked socializing and being seen. But the difference between the two might have been that while Diane relied on the proximity of celebrities she was afforded through her marriage to Robert, Toukie was actually somebody without him. To prove it, Google her. It didn't take long for the news to pick up that they were dating, especially after the divorce to Diane was finalized in the late 1980s. Now, while this might have been a time of new beginnings for Robert, it was a rough period for Toukie. Her mom passed away, then her brother unexpectedly passed away to what we now know as AIDS, and then she miscarried her child with Robert. But perhaps this also made her relationship to him stronger, or at least more empathetic. Together, they would organize an event at his Tribeca Grill restaurant where the proceeds would benefit people diagnosed with AIDS. In January 1991, the news broke that Toukie was adopting a 2-year-old named LaToya after unsuccessfully conceiving with Robert. The little girl's mother had passed away from AIDS, which I'm sure tugged at Toukie's heartstrings. However, something must have occurred because I don't believe that adoption ever went through. In August 1992, however, Robert would deal with a little bit of drama. You remember the ex-girlfriend I was telling you about, Helena, that had a baby named Nina, right? Well, Helena would spin the block in the form of a child support suit. She claimed that because Robert had voluntarily contributed financially to the child, that he should have continued to do so this whole time. She was looking for $3,500 a month in child support, despite the fact that since the last time she saw Robert, she got married. The California State Superior Court ordered Robert to complete a blood test and continue to pay for child support and tuition for the child's school, which was about $1,000 a month. Now, the blood test results came back, and Robert De Niro, you are not the father. So knowing this, Helena continued with the suit only for the court to ultimately rule in Robert's favor, because be for real. Meanwhile, around this time, not only was Robert sort of seeing Toukie, he was also seeing this young British supermodel named Naomi Campbell. He would continue to see them both off and on for years. But by late 1995, Robert and Toukie would actually have twins via surrogate. Boys named Aaron Kendrick and Julian Henry. And a few weeks later, Robert's publicist would actually put out a statement declaring that he and Toukie had basically broken up, but were co-parenting. These two would end up in family court because though initially they were supposed to be just Toukie's children, Robert developed a bond with them in addition to them developing bonds with Robert's other 2 children. So then they temporarily agreed to alternate custody in 4-day increments. And as his relationship to his girlfriend of 8 years, Toukie, was ending, a relationship with another socialite was beginning. We're not going to go into that today. You're going to have to come back tomorrow for another episode of I'll Tell You What, and I'll tell you all about it. Now, if you love weddings, marriages, and Black history, you will absolutely love it here. See you in the pews.